For all of you DIY Tacoma guys, we finally released the unpainted version of this dome light MOLLE panel. Let's get this thing started. I know many of you guys who follow this channel really like to customize and work with your hands. So we recently released this unpainted version of the dome light MOLLE panel. And if you guys haven't seen the full video, I'll link that down below. This product is used to replace that dinky dome light because it's equipped with both white and red LEDs that you could choose between. The red is specifically for when you're camping and wheeling, so you're not really attracting that much bugs. Since it's also a MOLLE panel, it allows you to mount and store any of your smaller electronics and gear up in that dead space in the ceiling. And don't worry, we're still diligently working on designing the wing kit that connects all three of these MOLLE panels that you see here. The link for all three of these products will be in the description below. This video specifically goes over the unpainted version because I know many of you guys have also custom painted your own colors on these MOLLE panels that you order from the store. And what's also good is this product will be a little bit cheaper because it's less work for us to actually make it. Now I do have a quick question for those of you guys out there who have these MOLLE panels. What do you think should be other accessories that we should try to supplement with these things, or what do you see that you need as adapters that will be helpful while you're out there wheeling? Let me know in the comment section below. When you get this kit, it will come semi pre-assembled, as you see, just like this. Remember, this is bare steel and you will need to paint it, otherwise this will rust. So definitely paint it before you install it. So let's start with the disassembly to make this a little easier to paint. So what we're going to do is take a Phillips head screwdriver and basically just have our finger right in the back of it and undo these two screws in the bottom, and the finger is pushing up against this nut, and this is basically a serrated nut. So let's undo these two here, and then we'll be able to take this and basically just push it right through. Might have to wiggle the wires a little bit so it comes off. And then similar situation here, just flip it upside down. Then we'll undo this end. So that's 4 screws in total. And that's it. Now she's ready to be hung at your garage and painted. So let's set this aside for now, and you'll see what we're reinstalling. So you'll have the switch kit here and the light kit on this side. These nuts on the back of the lights are permanently mounted on there, so you don't have to worry about losing those. But you will need to make sure you keep track of these 2 nuts. And make sure you also keep track of these 4 screws. Set these to the side for now. But here is the MOLLE panel. It'll have that brushed steel look. And before painting, just like anything, you would want to take a microfiber cloth with some alcohol or brake cleaner and then just wipe down all the surfaces so that your fingerprints, as well as any of the oils on your hands that get on there, is cleaned properly. And when it comes to painting, make sure you start with a very light first coat. Second coat, you can go medium heavy, and the last coat, go medium heavy as well, focusing on the areas that you missed. Also, do make sure that the paint has cured for at least 24 hours before you try to reinstall all of these parts to the MOLLE panel system. That way, you know that the paint has hardened properly. And once you're done painting, we can reassemble the whole thing. We'll start with the lights. So we'll get the lights basically centered in the hole, as you see here. And then we'll get these 2 screws line up with the holes. And just snug these down. Take that same Phillips head screwdriver and just snug them down until it's tight and secure. So that's it for that. It's flipped upside down here. We'll get the switch part of the kit. Feed that through the hole. As you see. Just like that. And just get that mounted, line up the mounting holes. So we'll take our serrated nut and make sure we line it up on the underside, as you see, like that. Line it up with the hole up top. And then we take the screw and then just drive it down. Keep it fairly loose for now because we might need to adjust it. So same thing on the opposite side, nut lining up with the hole. And then screw going on the top, and we'll just snug that down. So make sure we're lined up, and it looks like we're pretty lined up there. We can just snug that down all the way. So the back side, we have this wire basically just hanging out. What we're gonna need to do is, from our hardware kit, you'll have 2 zip ties. Grab one of the zip ties there and basically just secure this wire here up against the inside MOLLE panel. Just like this. Snug that down. Now we can take our wire cutters and basically snip it there like that. And that's basically it for the wire. So this will basically just hang out in the channel here. And now we'll have to put our 4 stabilizer pads. So we'll flip it back upside down. And this stabilizer pad has an angled head, as you see here. The angle, the taller side, will have to be mounted on the outside. So you can see this this thick side here of the angle is going to be towards me here at the bottom of this, and on the opposite side you'll want the fat side mounted on the outside as well. And we can take our zip lock here, which has 4 more screws. We'll open that up, and that is basically threaded right into the plastic, so you see, like that. You have to be careful because this is steel going to threaded plastic, so it'll need to be lined up before you thread it in, as you see, just like that. Take your time, you don't want to cross thread this thing. So you go under here, let this screw line up, then just snug that down right here on the bottom. And we'll do that on all 4 sides. I'll speed run through this. And that's basically it. So just to clarify even further for you guys, you see how the stabilizer pad is here. You have the fat side going to the outside edge. Similarly, on the switch side here, you have the slant with the fat side on the outside edge. And make sure that these stabilizer pads are basically oriented like kind of straight with the edge there, and same thing with the bottom. So that's basically what it'll look like. Oh yeah, I want to point out that when you do put this one stabilizer pad on the corner, just wrap this wire around it, just like this. So it keeps that, that wiring nice and neat. And that's it. So that basically wraps up the assembly of this overhead dome light MOLLE panel. Now the rest of the work will be on the installation onto the ceiling of your truck. And I'll link the video instruction to that again down in the description below. Anyways, that's all I got for this video, guys. Make sure you smash that like and subscribe if you haven't yet. And until next time, peace out, everybody.